All right, so this is not a good story that anybody would, desire to hear, especially not on a back-to-back basis, but this shit needs to be posted or talked about. So I didn't read the entire article yet. I'm just going exactly off of what the title says. It says, "Girl 3 or a 3-year-old girl tortured and killed by family during exorcism." Right off the rip, one, why the hell are you torturing someone for an exorcism? The last time I checked, when an exorcism is being occurred, torture wasn't a part of it. It was more so a part of exorcising the demon in ways that the human wouldn't die, because getting the spirit out was more important than killing the person. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get into this shit, man. A 3-year-old girl whose death in September was ruled a homicide was killed by family members during a 12-hour-long exorcism ritual, officials in San Jose, California said. I don't know how to pronounce this, but Aurelie Naomi Proctor, 3, died after family members performed a ceremony to liberate her of evil spirits, church officials told the San Jose Mercury News. Right off the bat, man. First of all, rest in peace to the young girl who died. How the fuck can you sleep at night, whether you're locked up or set free? How the fuck can you sleep at night, like knowing that you tormented a little girl to death, and not only just any little girl, but this was your fucking family? Out of all the people who terrible things deserve to happen to, you telling me a little girl died because you overly sacrilegious bums wanted to perform an exorcism? This is why I got a problem with people who claim to be so deep and heavy in the church. Because the second that you tell me that, I'm already viewing you as a person with a lack of knowledge and wisdom for what happens in real life and having any boundaries outside of that. Let's keep going, man. The Santa Clara County Medical Examiner's Office ruled the toddler's death a homicide caused by asphyxiation. If y'all don't know, that basically means she was choked or strangled. The child's mother, Claudia Hernandez, 25, was charged with assault on a child resulting in death. She is being held behind bars with no bail. Jesus Christ, your fucking mother? And you just snatched your fucking daughter's life away because you're And let me say this on a side note too. This bitch is not ugly. Y'all be thinking that these beautiful bitches don't have any sort of problems with them. It's funny how y'all was called to exorcise a demon, yet y'all got so many of them. Man, there's just issues all around the place, yo. Aurelie died in a small church after she was strangled by her mother, uncle, and grandfather. What? You know, men are supposed to be leaders in many ways, if not every way. But to know that some ignorant fucks had the audacity to more than likely lead this unforgivable ass crime just makes me sick to my stomach. Where is the father? Where the hell is the dad? I'm not blaming him for not being there. I just want to know where he is, why he wasn't there to stop it, why he isn't directly involved in the child's life so closely as to prevent this. Did the mother take him away or push him away? Did the courts push him away? Was it a mixture of both? Shit's pathetic. Alright. Her family believed the child was possessed by a demon and were at the church prayer for her. Deputy District Attorney Rebecca Wise wrote in court documents. The victim's grandfather was identified as the leader of the church and claimed he was a certified pastor. The grandfather has not been charged in her death. Now, if it's said that she was basically strangled by her mother, uncle, and grandfather, that means that all of these motherfuckers were involved in the act of taking this girl's life through torture. So how in the fuck is he not charged at all? Does he get some leeway because he's a pastor? Is it the fact that he hasn't been charged yet? But they didn't put yet inside the article. So what the hell is going on here, and why isn't this man being charged at all when he was in direct involvement with this girl's death? Let's continue. During police interviews in the days following her daughter's death, Hernandez said she believed the child was possessed because she would periodically wake up in the middle of the night crying or screaming. Don't children do that? Like what did you think when she was a baby? Children wake up and cry all the time. It could be a mixture of things. She could be having nightmares. And energy, like picking up on energy, being empathetic, that shit does exist. She's probably picking up on y'all evil ass spirits and crying at night because she can't escape what the hell was about to happen to her. I wonder if they plead innocent. That's what I want to figure out next. Let's continue. On September 24th, Aureli's mother and uncle drove to Iglesia Apostles. Is that Spanish? Iglesia Apóstoles y Profetas, a tiny Pentecostal church in San Jose. There, her mother, uncle, and grandfather held her down by her neck, torso, and legs for several hours. They stuck their hands and fingers down her throat in attempts to make her vomit. Aurelie lost consciousness and suffered multiple injuries around her eyes, neck, and chest. The 3-year-old died later that night after 12 hours of torture, according to court documents. Her mother told police that no one performed medical assistance to help her daughter before or after she died. And this is the stuff that we don't talk about when we talk about single mothers. We don't talk about them being bad parents. We never do. When we grow up, we say, damn, my mom did the best she could. Did she really? We grow up being traumatized by our mothers, but we don't ever say shit. Because we believe that's how you're supposed to be raised, especially in a single parent, household. It's so fucking pathetic. We don't ever talk about mothers doing stuff like this. Hurting their children, torturing their children, traumatizing their children. And it ain't gotta be through your own physical or verbal abuse. It could be the fact that you wasn't doing your best fucking job or wasn't doing your job properly. Children go through a lot, but they're not able to express it in the way that we can as adults because they haven't grown up enough to properly articulate their own fucking feelings. Anyways, let's continue. So, the family waited 2 hours. Bro, this shit is getting disgusting. Okay, this is the end of it, thank God. The family waited 2 hours before calling 911 paramedics. 911. Paramedics arrived to find Aurelie's body on the floor of the church. A coroner determined she had died by homicide caused by suffocation and smothering, and her mother was arrested in connection to the case. The church where the exorcism took place is the same church where kidnappers who abducted a 3-year-old last month met and befriended the child's grandmother. What the fuck? No evidence has linked the church to the child's abduction, though it was searched following the kidnapping. The baby was found safe several hours after the abduction was captured on surveillance. Police arrested the 3 suspects, including at least a woman, who attended the same church and befriended the child's grandmother. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like some demonic, occultic ass shit. I don't understand how somebody can be kidnapped and abducted from that church. And then the child's grandmother knows the kidnappers or whatever, but didn't work harder to protect children in general, including her own granddaughter. I just don't know, man. Look, I don't know. It's a crazy ass story. Y'all already know my thoughts on it. I've been talking the entire damn video, but if you watch this video all the way through to the end, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video so that way my content grows and other people can have this information as well. And until next time, YouTube, peace.